Welcome to my channel, where your adventure into the future starts right now. Step into a vibrant universe filled with groundbreaking technology, breathtaking alien landscapes, and exhilarating sci-fi narratives that challenge your imagination. From daring explorations of distant galaxies to haunting journeys through dystopian societies, we uncover the most captivating stories and innovative ideas that will shape the world of tomorrow. Subscribe today and join us on an incredible intergalactic voyage that promises to inspire and thrill. The Galactic Predators, an infamous and deadly species of hyper-intelligent, vicious hunters, roamed the stars for millennia, establishing themselves as one of the most feared and respected races in the galaxy. Their name was whispered in fear across star systems, their ships and weapons a symbol of death to any civilization unlucky enough to cross their path. Their unparalleled skills in hunting, warfare, and conquest had made them the apex predators in a galaxy full of diverse species, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. They had slaughtered entire civilizations, wiped out species that had dared to resist, and their reputation was one of pure terror. The Galactic Predators were not a singular race, but a coalition of several species united by a shared bloodlust and their need for conquest. Their society was built around a philosophy that elevated strength above all else. Weakness, in any form, was punished with death. Their belief was simple: only the strongest had the right to rule, and their continued dominance over the galaxy was a testament to their superiority. Over time, they had gathered advanced technology, honed their martial prowess, and developed a collective hunger for power that was insatiable. Conquest for the Predators was not just about expanding their territory, but about asserting their dominance and proving to the galaxy that no one, no matter how advanced or strong, could stand in their way. The Predators had no true enemies. They had faced opposition in the past, but the victims of their rampages were nothing more than fleeting blips in the vastness of space. When they encountered a species that could potentially pose a challenge, the Predators did not hesitate. They exterminated entire populations with precision and efficiency, leaving nothing but desolation behind. Over centuries, they had built an empire that spanned countless star systems, and their reign of terror had brought even the most powerful alien races to heel. Diplomacy was unnecessary. The Predators simply conquered. No one dared stand against them. However, the Galactic Predators would meet their match when they encountered humanity. Humans had always been an underdog species in the eyes of the galactic community. On Earth, they had evolved as a relatively primitive species, slowly advancing from the Stone Age to the modern era over millennia. Unlike other species in the galaxy, who had perfected their civilizations, humans were still in the process of learning, adapting, and growing. Their technology was still in its infancy, their governments fragmented and often in conflict, and their societies were filled with internal struggles. To the Galactic Predators, humans were a species to be ignored, weak, disorganized, and not worth the effort of even a casual glance. When the Predator scouts first observed Earth from a distance, they dismissed it as a primitive world that had nothing to offer. They had dealt with countless species far more advanced than humanity, and they saw no reason why Earth should be any different. The Predators had no interest in conquering Earth at first. They had much grander goals and targets in mind. Their eyes were set on the stars, on civilizations that could provide them with new resources, new technology, and new worlds to claim. Earth was nothing more than an insignificant speck in the galaxy, barely worthy of their attention. But the Predators had severely underestimated humanity. The first sign that something was wrong came when the Predator ships arrived at Earth. They had not planned for any significant resistance, but what they found was a planet filled with the untapped potential of human ingenuity and resolve. Despite their relative technological inferiority, humans were not weak. Their adaptability, their ability to solve problems, and most of all, their incredible capacity for cooperation in the face of adversity began to take the Predators by surprise. At first, the Predators' forces were met with little more than chaos. They arrived over Earth cities with their technologically advanced warships, sending shockwaves through the atmosphere and devastating entire metropolitan areas. Their weapons were destructive, capable of wiping out entire cities with a single blast. Earth's military scrambled, using whatever means they had at their disposal to defend their home, but it was clear that they were no match for the overwhelming might of the Galactic Predators. But the Predators made a critical error. They did not anticipate the humans' response. They expected fear and surrender. Instead, they found defiance. Humans had faced existential threats before. Their history was filled with wars, plagues, and natural disasters that had decimated entire civilizations. Yet, each time, they had risen from the ashes, adapting, learning, and becoming stronger. The human spirit was one of endurance, resilience, and an unshakable drive to protect their people and their world. And now, as the Predators descended upon Earth, the human race united in a way that no one had ever seen before. Governments, once fractured and divided, quickly formed alliances to combat the invaders. Military forces around the world mobilized, but it wasn't just the soldiers who answered the call. Ordinary citizens, scientists, engineers, and even children rallied to the cause. The entire planet became a single cohesive fighting force. And though they were outgunned and outmatched in terms of technology, humanity had something that the Galactic Predators could not comprehend: the will to fight, the will to survive. The first counterattack came in the form of an improvised weapon, a crude yet effective missile designed by Earth's engineers using salvaged alien technology. It was a risky move, but it paid off. The missile struck one of the Predator ships, causing a massive explosion that sent shockwaves through their fleet. The Predators were stunned. They had never encountered a species that could pose any real threat to them, much less one that could actually damage their ships. The humans had only begun to scratch the surface of their potential. As they analyzed the wreckage of the Predator ships, they began to reverse engineer the advanced technology they found. It wasn't just the physical technology that they adapted, it was the Predators' tactics, their methods of warfare, their strategies. Humans were quick learners, and they began to develop new weapon systems that could stand up to the Predators' advanced technology. What had begun as a desperate struggle for survival quickly became a full-scale counteroffensive. Human forces, armed with a combination of old technology and new innovations, began to launch coordinated strikes against the invaders. They used guerrilla tactics, attacking the Predators' supply lines, targeting weak points in their defenses, and using the terrain of Earth to their advantage. The Predators, who had relied on overwhelming force and precision, found themselves facing an unpredictable, unyielding enemy that adapted faster than they could respond. The Predators' arrogance had clouded their judgment. They had underestimated humanity, assuming that Earth was just another weak planet waiting to be subjugated. But the humans were not like the species the Predators had conquered in the past. They were not content to submit to their oppressors. As the battle wore on, the Predators began to realize that they were losing and that the humans were only growing stronger. They could not break the human spirit, no matter how many cities they destroyed or how many lives they took. The final blow came when the humans, using a combination of their newfound technologies and the intelligence gathered from Predator wreckage, launched a massive assault on the heart of the Predator fleet. In a coordinated strike, human fighters piloted by the best and brightest of Earth's military forces penetrated the defenses of the Predator flagship. Using the Predator's own weapons against them, the humans breached the flagship's shields and caused critical damage to its core. With a series of well-placed charges and tactical maneuvers, they destroyed the ship, sending the Predator fleet into disarray. The Galactic Predators, who had once feared nothing, now found themselves in full retreat. Their once invincible fleet had been shattered, their forces decimated by an enemy they had underestimated. The humans had turned the tide of battle, and the Predators, for the first time in their existence, were forced to acknowledge that they were no longer the apex predators of the galaxy. The retreat of the Galactic Predators marked a turning point in the history of the galaxy. For the first time, an alien species had defeated them humanity. The victory sent shockwaves through the galaxy. The Predators, who had once ruled with an iron fist, had been humbled by a species they had considered weak. The humans had shown the galaxy what true strength was, the strength of unity, ingenuity, and determination. The victory was not just about defeating the invaders. It was about proving that no matter how powerful an enemy might be, there is always the possibility of resistance. As the humans celebrated their hard-won victory, they also began to reflect on what had made them different from the countless other species the Predators had conquered. It wasn't just their ability to adapt, their capacity for learning and growth. It was their refusal to give up, their refusal to be broken. The Galactic Predators had feared nothing, but they had never faced the kind of resolve that humanity possessed. They had underestimated the human spirit, and it was that spirit that had turned the tide and driven the invaders from Earth. The Galactic Predators, once the most feared hunters in the galaxy, had learned a valuable lesson: never underestimate humanity.